Hey there, good morning, beautiful souls. Question for you. Do you have issues, concerns, or even problems concerning decision making? Does that really hurt your brain when you have to make a decision, but perhaps you're feeling like you're not ready to make that? Or you actually have fear about making that decision because that's going to mean that it's going to require something from you that maybe you're not ready for. Well, I have a story for you and something of value I want to share that happened to me this morning, and it's around making a decision. So I've been writing voraciously for about 4 years, and I wanted to write a book. And then when I decided I wanted to write a book, I thought, I think I have 3 books in me. So I enrolled in a course with Hay House to learn how to write and publish a book. And the other day, we were having a conversation, and someone was asking the leaders in Hay House, I feel like I've got 3 books inside me, and it was like me. And she said, and I don't know which one to write or which one to start with, because we are being told that we've got to pick one, obviously, then we've got to come up with the title, and then we've got to come up with a hook for the book. And I felt and have been feeling quite overwhelmed since I've been taking the course, because I feel like I have 3 books inside me, but I'm not making a decision as to which one. And I thought, well, I'll just continue to keep writing. But here's the question. Is there a decision that you are trying to make for yourself, but you're putting it off? So we put off making decisions oftentimes for not exactly the reason we think. Maybe we think that we're not ready to make that decision, but the bottom line for me that I'll share with you is that the feeling of being overwhelmed is an old pattern. And it's a pattern coming up for me that it's like, well, if I don't make a decision, then I don't have to act on it. And if I don't have to act on it, then I don't have to set myself up for failure or be fearful about the outcome, or even, raise myself to a higher standard to be able to do the thing. So what I realized, and when Kelly said, if you're not able to make a decision as to which book that you want to write, there's something in there. There's something in there, and go sit with that and find out why it is that you are holding off from making that decision. So I offer that to you too. If there's a decision that you've been wanting to make, needing to make, putting pressure on yourself to make, but you're not making it, sit with it. Ask yourself why you're not making it. And I'll bet that you will uncover and discover things that you didn't know, that you weren't really ready to look at up front, right? And for me, that really hit me when she said, take a look at what's underneath that. So this morning, upon waking up, I did an exercise that I often do, because my brain and my heart and my consciousness is in this place of like surreal heaven. And so is yours when you first wake up, if you don't wake up with an alarm. And that's a place to ask our higher self and connect with divine source, to ask a question, because there's nothing obscuring the answer. And so I asked the question this morning, like, what book is it that I want to write? Which one is alive and needs to come out first for me? And I got my answer. And then I asked, what's the title of the book and the hook? And I got that answer too. And hell yes, it feels scary. And you know what? I knew that this was the answer. I knew that the book that I didn't want to write is the one that I'm supposed to write, because it's the hardest to write. It's not the easiest. And it's going to require work, and it's going to require me to step up and do the thing that I don't want to do, but that really wants to come out in me. So I challenge you to ask yourself, whether you sit in silence with meditation, or you try that experiment in the morning when you first wake up, as long as you're not waking up with an alarm, and ask your higher self, because you already have the answer. You already know. And then get on with it and do the thing and believe. Have faith in yourself that this is what you're being called to do, and that the universe and the divine will support you in that decision that you've made. And it will also guide you along the way and give you the strength to be able to work with it. So I've got a lot of work in front of me, and I also am stepping out in faith, knowing that I will be guided along the way, as you will be too. So know that. Oftentimes we look for answers outside of ourselves, and that's not where they are. Go within and find that answer within yourself, because it's waiting to be seen, expressed, heard, and embraced. Much love. This is Shelley Marenko from Inspired Living.